Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to be talking about how to use acceleration with Spike Prime, and then we're going to put that into a MyBlock. So let's go ahead and get started by creating a new project. So in order to start off, you're going to need to set your movement motors to whatever they are. In my case they're B plus C. Every time you're moving you're going to need to use these. Now this time we're going to go into sensors and grab the reset timer block, and then we're going to click on this and enable the timer right here. It should pop up with that right here. And so now you're going to need to grab a repeat until block in the control section, and then operators down here, and go ahead and grab yourself the greater than block. So greater blank is greater than 100. So and we can change this to 5 for now, and then go back into sensors and put our timer in here. So what this is doing so far is it's setting our movement motors, resetting the timer so that way the timer will start at 0, and then it will repeat until the timer has reached 5 seconds or more. Then next we're going to need down here, this tab, and then we're going to need to click on more movement, and then we can just go ahead and close that and go down into this more movement section that should have popped up, and then you can go ahead and grab yourself a start moving straight at 50% speed. Grab this block right here, and then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to grab an operator block, and then grab the multiplication one, and then go ahead and pop that right inside the speed. And then we're going to go back into sensors and grab another timer block right here, and then put it in the first slot. And in the second slot, we're going to change to a 10. So what this is doing so far is it's setting our movement motors to what our motors are for our wheels, and then it's resetting the timer to 0, and then it repeats this until the timer has reached 5. So it'll start moving at whatever the timer is times 10% speed. So once the timer is at 1 second, it'll start going at 1 times 10 speed, which is 10. And then once the timer is at 2 seconds, then it'll start going at 2 times 10 speed. And so on until it reaches 5. And then once it reaches 5, then it'll stop repeating, and then we can just go ahead and grab our stop moving block and put it right here. So it sets the movement motors, resets the timer to 0, repeats this block right here until it's reached 5, so it starts moving, starts multiplying the speed, and then once it's reached 5, it just stops. So basically what this is doing in the entire program is it is taking the number that the timer's at. So let's say that the timer's at 1 second, and then it's multiplying it by 10, and that's what your speed is. So once you've been moving for 1 second, then it'll start going at 10 speed. Once you've been moving for 2 seconds, it'll start moving at 20% speed, all the way until it's reached 50% speed, because 5 times 10, 50. And now, to turn this into a MyBlock, you're going to go down into MyBlocks, and then you're going to click up here, Make a Block. So it's going to have this pop up, and then there's going to be 3 different things right here. Add a label, add an input, and then add an input. This one is a boolean, and then this one is number or text. Yeah, there's a small difference between a boolean and a number or text, so I'll go ahead and show you that difference right now. It's not really that important, but these are the booleans, and then these are the inputs or values. So let's go ahead and go back to Make a Block, and then let's go ahead and name it Excel for acceleration. And then we're going to go ahead and click this 2 times, 1 and 2. So the first one we're going to call it timer, and then the second one we're going to call speed, and then click save. So you go ahead and bring this right here, you go ahead and drag this away from your start block, drag your start block over here for now, and then you just plug this in. So what this is doing is the MyBlock is looking at all this code, and now we just need to grab our timer, and then the timer block is going to go right here until it reaches the second. So put that right there. Then grab our speed block and put this right here. So now this is our my block all complete. So now we can go ahead and drag this back over here. And then right down in the my block section, you can see that right underneath make a block, we have our Excel my block. So you have your timer, which is how many seconds that we want it to go for. Now, for how long, we wanted to go for 7 seconds, based on some tests that we've done. And then we wanted to go 10 times. So at the end, it'll reach a speed of 70, and then it'll just end the program from there. So just put in 710, so it's looking, the 7 right here goes down to this timer block right here. So your 7 is basically going in here. And then your 10 is going in this speed block right here. And that's why we had to drag these into these places. So that way it could find what this does. So let's go ahead and download this and then test it out.
Okay, so we're out here at my garage and we're going to go ahead and run a test. See how this goes. Okay. Okay, that's exactly where we wanted it to end up. So as you can see, it started slowly and then slowly started to accelerate up to a speed of 70. Exactly what we wanted. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!